and a shot of the west span of the Bay Bridge. What a terrific view. Coming to you live on 2K Sports, this is the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's great to have you with us. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taken with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4 slot. And for Golden State, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. And there's Iguodala, and it's Lee in at the 4.
You know, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last season, guys, was that they were able to finish games strong. You think a group of vets might run out of gas, but the opposite was true with this group. They turned it up down the stretch and were one of the most productive teams in the league in terms of fourth-quarter points.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Curry against Parker. Curry kicks to Thompson. Iguodala outside. 5 to shoot. Leonard with the steal. The drive by Green. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. Well, Clark, a big part of why the Spurs were so good last year in the fourth was because they have so many options when possessions, Steve, start getting critical and the game is tight.
Well, no question. You got Parker to create off the dribble. You can always throw it into the low post to Duncan. But on top of that, you've got a roster full of guys who understand how to play the game and know how to play each other. Just the experience that this group has gained together over the years, I think allows them to execute under pressure.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Ezeli, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
And for the Warriors rookies last season, Steve, they got an early start. They were in the team gym from the earliest days after the draft.
Well, this is a club that has great chemistry. Some of that has to do with Mark Jackson. A lot of it has to do with just the quality of people that they've put on that roster. But it's an exciting young team with a good coach and a great crowd. I think the Warriors have a very bright future.
That one misses.
Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the 2nd time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too. But it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
Now here's Leonard. Clock at 6. Duncan dishes to Leonard. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Bogut sends a screen for Curry. Lee left side. And the pass to Thompson. A fader. Great D that time from Green. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in Game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
Parker can't get it to go.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Thompson outside. That's good. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
You know, I like what I saw last year from David Lee and Steph Curry in terms of leading their team. They talked about it before the season, and you could see it in how they played and prepared.
And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, and he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see, and of course has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And, you know, this is the other thing about it. He's very sophisticated as a one-on-one defender. No matter who he's matched up with, he consistently takes away their #1 strength.
And David Lee had been viewed around the league as a guy who put up good numbers, but didn't really help you win. So it had to be a great feeling for him to lead the Warriors on the season they had this past year.
Well, I think this is the first time Lee has really been in position to win. He was drafted by the Knicks. They had really bad teams at the time, and the Warriors now getting going, adding to that roster. So I think it's unfair to suggest that Lee is not a winner based on his overall record as a player.
And he did lead the league in double-doubles last season, so he was performing with high individual numbers and certainly helping the team. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Mark Jackson gave me a couple of moments. With the amount of titles and rings the Spurs have racked up in their careers, Coach admitted it could be a little intimidating playing against them. He said Duncan is an instant Hall of Fame guy, and that can scare teams. We have to be fearless and play just like they are any other team, any other extremely talented team. Easier said than done, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for San Antonio. Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. San Antonio leading. Ginobili outside. The feed to Parker. He kicks it to Diaw. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
San Antonio leading by 4. Diaw, the pass to Parker. Iguodala with the block. Douglas kicks to Barnes. Boom, he jams it straight down.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Here's Bellinelli following the score by Golden State. From outside, off the mark. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
Offensive rebound. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. That's a 2 from Douglas. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Bonner kicks to Bellinelli. Ginobili from the arc gets it to go.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Warriors trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Parker against Douglas. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Parker's running. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Diaw. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs out in front, leading by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they've built this lead.
And they've built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, I watched this kid in college at North Carolina, Harrison Barnes. At 6'8", he's got a strong frame, a nice touch, hard-working, and he's really a student of the game. He's got the prototype body and game for an NBA small forward.
And the first one at the line is good. And going back to Barnes, not just size, but almost a 40-inch standing vertical at the combine. Off the charts.
And you factor in, he's got a great high release on his jump shot, able to get his shot off pretty easily. Really a quality player in this league. Size, strength, and shooting ability, that's always a good combination.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, as you know, gentlemen, Greg Popovich is one of the foremost practitioners of the intentional fouling that sends poor free throw shooters to the line. Not exactly a fan favorite, and Pop says, quote, "I think it's ugly, I think it's awful, but it's legal, it's there. If somebody doesn't want to get hacked, they should shoot free throws better." Guys, he's all about winning. Whether it's pretty or ugly, he doesn't care.
They wear you down, Doris. Thank you so much.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Both free throws good from Bellinelli.
The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with the age of the players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Back to Ginobili. He dishes it to Parker. Just 5 to shoot from downtown. And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Parker. And it's 6 points for Manu Ginobili. And back to the Spurs and their strategy of resting their star players, not without some controversy. The NBA, as you may recall, fined the Spurs and Coach Popovich for sitting all their starting players for a nationally televised game back in November.
Well, it was their 4th game in 5 nights, and Pop wanted to rest some of their guys because of just the nature of their schedule. But I think the problem was he didn't give the league advance warning. And that game against Miami, when he rested those 3 players, he actually sent them home. And I think that was a little shot at the league. And that's why there was a problem, and that's why the Spurs and Popovich ended up getting fined.
Here's Douglas following the basket by Tim Duncan. Douglas kicks to Iguodala. Douglas back to Iguodala. Dishes to Barnes. Ginobili with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Splitters checked in for Boris Diaw. Free throw no good for Parker.
Seems like every year, guys, you look at Tony Parker and he's found something else to add to his game. He's always improving.
Douglas kicks to Barnes. And the three ball is good. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
And Ginobili, here we go. Parker outside. And it's sent back by Bogut. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Douglas leading the charge. Gets it to go. And now it's just a 4-point San Antonio lead. And last season for Tony Parker, arguably his best ever. 20 points a game, almost 8 assists, 52% Steve from the field. And there was even talk in mid-season about maybe MVP consideration.
Well, his ability to score inside around the rim is amazing, but he's also become a master of knocking down the jump shot from that 15 to 18-foot range. But really, this team has been built now around Parker. Their offensive strategy completely tailored to suit his talents.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. A different look now for San Antonio. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Ginobili. And it's Bellinelli in for Tony Parker. On defense, the Spurs, their biggest lead of the game was 9. Bogut with a screen on Green. Here's Thompson. Left side, Curry. Just 4 to shoot. Drains the 19-footer. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Curry is a constant threat offensively, Kevin. As soon as he crosses half court, you have to pick him up. He's got unlimited range, but also the shiftiness on the dribble, the ability to create space, get into the paint, and either hit a little floater or find a teammate for a jump shot.
Well, one of the best shooters in the game, Steve, no question about that. The passing ability is there too, but it's his honey sweet stroke that really is his best quality.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Guys, Harrison Barnes certainly had a solid rookie season for the Warriors. Part of that is having a staff that holds you to a high standard. He said when he first got drafted, the first day, he came out dribbling and shooting the ball. One of the Warriors' assistant coaches came up and told him he was the worst-rated defender to come out of the draft. The coach said, quote, "Put the ball down. You're a terrible defender, and we're going to make you better." Guys, credit Barnes for accepting that kind of coaching, and the staff raved about the progress he's made as a defender.
Thanks, Doris.
Yeah, such a hard worker. He's really fit right into his team.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. The Warriors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Well, they were very pleased with their free throw numbers a year ago. They knocked down about 79% from the stripe as a team.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Duncan with the bucket.
And their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second quarter.
Well, the lead being maintained will not be a problem if they keep shooting the way they have so far.
Now, here's Curry. 7 points in the game. Pass to Barnes. The wing jumper off target.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Duncan with the bucket.
Well, he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Warriors trail by 8. Outside Curry. Thompson. Guarded by Green. Thompson dishes to Lee. Duncan is there. It's stolen by Duncan. From midcourt, he nails it from half court. What a shot! Duncan's got 9. And so we conclude the first half. Spurs lead by 11. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Saturday, the best day of the week. Let's make it even a little bit better with a halftime show. San Antonio on top against the Warriors over at Oracle Arena. They've done a great job executing their offense. They've been avoiding sloppy mistakes. A nice first half turned in by Tim Duncan. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. For the Warriors, they haven't had the same luck. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high through 2 quarters. Tony Douglas still looking to get going. His shot isn't falling. He's been ice cold. That's it for me here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
A nice quarter for Duncan. He has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better.
You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
It's stolen by Curry. Thompson left side. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Warriors. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
That free throw good from Thompson.
You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So, and now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
The Spurs would end up as the 2nd seed in the West and were right in the hunt for being the top seed for the majority of last season, but one reason they fell short was that they just weren't as good as they needed to be during in-conference games.
Good on both. Going back to the Spurs, they did well against the West, but Steve didn't come close to matching the win totals of every other top team in the West.
Yeah, they would end the season with a 33-19 conference record, which, you know, is pretty good, but still only 5th best in the West. It shows you how strong the Western Conference was a year ago, particularly at the top.
Parker passes to Duncan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you talk about the sustained greatness for future Hall of Famer Tim Duncan. How about this number? 13. That's the number of consecutive seasons to begin his career in which Duncan was named All-NBA and All-Defensive Team. 6 more times than anyone else in league history. Enough said. End of story. First ballot Hall of Famer.
And Duncan drops them both. Going back to Duncan, probably more important to him than the individual accolades, Steve, have been the team successes during his time in San Antonio.
No doubt. I mean, Duncan is just a winner. He's gone to the finals now 14 years apart, first in 99 and then again in 2013. Pretty remarkable.
No good from Lee. Spurs leading by 5. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Green kicks to Leonard. Parker right side. Shot clock at 5. Splitter. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Spurs lead by 7. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Curry dishes to Lee. Pass to Thompson. Right side Curry. With the shot. And the Warriors miss again.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Here is Bonner. He's covered by Iguodala. Green gets a screen from Bonner. Green kicks to Parker. There's a screen. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Stupendous. I love that word. Save that one. The word and the jam. I want to see it again.
Just beautiful.
You can't top that. I love the alley-oop play. So much fun to watch.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Parker. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Lee up top. Spates sets a screen. Thompson for the triple. But they'll get another chance. Lee passes to Curry. Feeds to Thompson. Iguodala outside. Back to Thompson. There's the dish to Curry. The steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Warriors trail by 9. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Thompson for the triple. They get it back. Iguodala. Bogut with it. Now guarded by Bonner. Hit his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. He feeds it to Iguodala. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. San Antonio leading by 6.
The Warriors chose to wait until the final year of Curry's rookie deal to extend his contract, but it turned out to be a bargain. Coming off an injury, there were a lot of concerns about Curry, but he turned into a superstar, particularly in the playoffs, and now the Warriors have him locked up for 4 years.
David Lee's checked in for Maurice Spates. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And the Curry contract, Clark, I mean, eye-opening. 4 years, $44 million.
Yeah, to us it may be a little odd in terms of hearing those numbers combined with the word bargain. But you better believe the way he's playing and helping to lead this team, it's a good investment for Golden State.
Spurs have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Parker kicks to Duncan. Leonard on the wing. Parker outside. Clock at 4. It's off his foot. And it's being called a kickball. San Antonio making a switch here. Diaw's checked in. Here's Parker. He passes it to Ginobili. Wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. Warriors trail by 9. Thompson dishes to Curry. Iguodala outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Oh, here's Parker. Kicks it to Leonard. Ginobili outside. The 3. A rebound by Ezeli. Now Curry. From deep. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached and we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Golden State's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Back to Iguodala. Six on the shot clock. Leonard with the steal. And Parker, here we go. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Parker's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Spurs. Curry against Parker. Thompson right side. Thompson off the pick from Ezeli. Thompson passes to Ezeli. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. That one misses for Ezeli.
Festus Ezeli taken with the final pick of the first round in 2012. And he's a raw, athletic, 6'11" big man out of Nigeria by way of Vanderbilt University. Boy, I tell you what, I love his size. It's now all about improving his skill level. And with his work ethic, I think it's just a matter of time before that happens.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
Now here's Ginobili. Back to Parker. Passes it to Diaw. Lets it go from the wing. Good! And the Spurs lead by 6. And Steve, for Ezeli, a good offensive rebounder, a capable defender, but offensively not much help.
Well, he can get better, no question. He just needs to be able to catch and finish off those pick-and-roll plays. He's never going to be a great shooter, but defensively and on the glass, that's where he really makes an impact. You gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Spurs leading by 3. San Antonio calls timeout. Has some information for us, Doris.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Parker outside. Now the pass to Green. 6 to shoot. Back to Parker. 18 feet out. And right on target. Good. Parker's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he's not the most flashy point guard out there, and you don't hear his name when people talk about the best point guards in the game, but I think Parker is one of the best in the business when it comes right down to it. He's able to do so many things out there for you, and just had a dominant season for the Spurs a year ago.
Steve, Parker's fearlessness going to the hoop is what makes him such a devastating player in crunch time. Often you'll see him go right into a bigger guy, take the contact, and still find a way to finish the play.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Green up on top. He's covered by Iguodala. Parker drives in. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. That's on Andrew Bogut. Free throw good by Parker.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
And Parker drops them both. Warriors trail by 5. Lee, a screen on Parker. Curry kicks to Thompson. In low to Bogut. Cuts off the pass. Leonard on the wing. And there's the feed to Duncan. The 11-footer. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 7. And so it's Golden State with it. Timeout called the Warriors. Here's Iguodala. He kicks to Curry. There's the lob to the hoop. And Bogut slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark. That beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Parker dishes to Green. Pass to Splitter. Feeds to Parker. Pass to Leonard. Kicks it to Splitter. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Curry passes to Thompson. He dishes it to Iguodala. Just 5 on the clock. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Spurs leading by 7. Down low, here's Leonard, and it's good, and the assist by Parker.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 9. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A minute 20 left to play in the final quarter. Lee sets a screen for Curry. Dishes it to Lee. Back to Curry. Good.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Now, here's Green. There's the dish to Splitter. 51 seconds left in the game. Parker against Curry. Curry with the steal.
Time is definitely not on their side at this point.
Yeah, they need a quick bucket.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Green. He feeds it to Duncan. Working on Lee. From 7, Duncan can't hit. Now Iguodala. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. Laces one from 3.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 6. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. Three from the inbound. It's off. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And that'll do it for for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.